right, so I got Homer on the left and Robert on the right, right? All right, I'd like to thank you guys both very much for doing this interview. I appreciate it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how open-minded would you say you guys are? 10 being the most open-minded, 1 being the least open-minded.
Maybe me, myself, about 4.
4, all right.
Yeah.
I say, 4 and 2.
4 in the truth or whatever. Depends whatever the truth is, I guess. But all right. Do you guys think you should look at both sides of an argument before you make a decision on something?
Yeah.
When you're at risk, you gotta know your warning sign. If somebody willing to go all the way with you, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't want it for it.
Do you think you should look at both sides, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Satisfied.
Yeah, because I don't know what are you what you just are going through, or I don't know what's going on in all your life. So, you know, I see people up there crying, and I say, "Here, man, you want a hug?"
No, I get you, man.
And they say yes.
No, that's good. That's nice, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Look, be a kind. See it on
Oh,
that
there.
wall.
Be
Be
kind.
kind.
Yeah, that's
That's why
everyone
I
should
said
be kind, man. Everyone should trust each other's whatever opinions,
know.
whether you don't agree with them or whatnot. I'm with you 100%. Do you guys trust your senses, like crossing the street, putting your clothes on, stuff like that?
Yeah. Semi.
Semi.
Yeah, because I'm starting to lose it. Because I was in an accident August 9th.
All
I
right.
got a what do you call it? Close-in injury. And
Okay.
I'm homeless. I was in Beaumont. They flew me there in a helicopter. I don't even remember it. And then I walk out, and I come back home. I was born and raised here, you know.
All right.
Ecorse, yeah.
Do you guys trust the government?
I don't.
You don't? You trust the government?
I trust myself.
You trust yourself? Maybe not the government, but yourself. That's fair, man. Do you guys think the majority's always right? Like
Oh,
No.
majority?
No. What?
all the time.
I mean, it depends on what majority, I guess. But like
Right.
people agree on
If it's outside or the government, I mean, it's, you know,
I gotcha.
what do you call it? Or good old boys.
My
You know.
hand. I know the ball always in my hand.
You-
I hurt my hand. I don't watch it. You hepatitis. I don't like hepatitis. You mess with my face.
I gotcha. All right.
Feet.
How do you guys think everything came to be? Do you believe in like the Big Bang? Do you believe in creationism, or do you not really have a belief in it?
I'm Big Bang.
You think the Big Bang? You believe in the Big Bang came?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you know, Adam and Eve. Let's say Adam and Eve.
Yeah, the Bible.
Yeah,
I'm rich.
You're going with the creationism then? You believe like higher power God?
yeah.
All right, that's fair. What would be like your definition of science? You think?
The answers to a lot of unspoken reasons, you know.
All right.
Science goes and shows you why it happened, blah blah blah. You know. Yeah, science is like the information
All right.
on what's going.
Do you think science should ever be a closed book?
No.
No. What do you think? Should ever be a closed book? You should be able to question stuff.
He's good.
You should be able to
Good
question.
for your science.
Yeah. All right.
It
Um,
blinds you, but it's good.
All right. To you, what's the difference between a belief and a knowing?
A belief. I can believe something, but if I known it, if I've been there and done that, I've been through it. So
Yeah, like there's, like we said, like some people believe there's a higher power. You can't really prove it, but then like a knowing would say there's 3 people who are talking. Would you guys agree with that? Like that's a knowing, 100%.
yeah.
There's 3 people. All right. Well, this is kind of where it goes off. Whatever. Like I said, 95% of people don't. I don't think most people have looked into something, really thought about it most of their lives. But I'm just gonna hit you guys with it, man. What shape do you think the Earth is? Do you believe it's flat? Do you believe it's without form? Do you believe it's an oblate sphere like you've always been taught, or do you believe it's some other type of shape?
I was all taught that it was round.
So you believe it's a sphere that rotates once a day and goes around the sun? Do you believe the same?
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys why you believe that?
Because it's in the Bible, and I've read it in a science book that the Earth is round, and we're here because of the what do you call it,
Gravity.
gravity stuff. Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
I do it for
You know,
more
because I see the moon every night.
Yeah,
I see the sunrise. I see it set. So I know it like circulates.
Think it circulates? I mean, it's possible. You don't think it's possible the sun and moon circulate around us, possibly? I mean, I like you said.
No, because there's day and night.
But what if they were like a local light source, possibly?
Oh, look. See, now you're getting.
I got it.
I
You guys
know.
know anything about like fluid dynamics, like how liquids behave?
No.
Well, would you agree with me? In our reality, it's 100% fact. Any liquid will take the shape of its container and level out 1,000,000% of the time. Put it in a cup, put it in a pool, put it in a bath, put it in a lake. Does water always take the shape of its container?
Rain. It's like rain. I like rain.
Well, it's like you can pour it in a container, but now it ain't the form. Yes, it is the form.
It always takes the shape of its container. You
Always
agree?
takes yeah.
Okay.
Just like if our can of beer, it's in a can.
It's in a can. All right. So we're told the Earth's covered in 72% water. How could it be an oblate spheroid then, if water always takes the shape of its container?
So why or do they say that we're 90-some% water?
No, they say the Earth's covered in 72% water.
72%.
72 for, and in reality, water always takes the shape of its container and levels out. So it's like a contradiction to me,
Yeah.
if you think about it.
Wow, man. Wow, yeah.
Never thought about it? All right.
I just did.
just thought about it. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of people don't think about these things, man.
I know.
No, I didn't think about this stuff. I'm 44, and someone challenged me on the subject at 37. I thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. And like what you said earlier about it, it says in the Bible. I've gone through the Bible and combed through it, and the only thing it refers to, it says something about the circle of Earth, and the circle can be turned. You can draw a circle on the table. It doesn't mean a sphere or whatnot.
Right.
That's the only reference that that's a circle right there that you're pointing to.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think we breathe the same stuff in space?
I need the glass.
I have never been in space.
So, yeah. Well, they tell us space is a vacuum. It's like a negative pressure system.
Right.
So it's not a perfect negative pressure system, but we live in a positive pressure system, and it's as close as we can get to a negative pressure system. Would you be able to give me an example of a positive pressure system against a negative pressure system without a solid barrier? Because they're telling us our atmosphere is adjacent to the vacuum of space, and like I said, I got to take a leap of faith that water can conform the exterior shape, and it never does in my reality. And I got to take a big, huge leap of faith that two opposing pressure systems can exist side by side without a solid barrier, and I got to take a leap of faith in that too.
Right.
And probably
That's a hard question.
most people, I've never got an example. Don't feel bad about it, man. No one's getting, like I said, I offer people, $5 for the interview, and then I offer $100 for they can prove me wrong, and no one's came close to proving me wrong on the subject.
Right.
Most people ain't thought about this stuff, man.
Good.
Have you ever thought of? Do you guys know what the North Star is? Or
Yeah.
Polaris? You do know
Yeah.
what North Star is?
Yeah,
Polaris. It's right above the North Pole. We agree. It's the only stationary star up there, basically.
right.
And it's a fact. You can look at it at the time lapse. It vibrates a little bit, but every other star does a perfect geocentric circle around us. So would you guys be able to disprove that everything's actually spinning around us, causing the Coriolis effect in each part of the world? The moon would push the tides. The sun would contract the tides. They say if you shoot a bullet west when the sun's there, it's going to dip down because of the Coriolis effect, like a long-range 1,500-yard shot by a sniper. I say that's based off a false axiom, and if you shoot a bullet west at nighttime when the moon's there, it's going to bounce up a little bit. And then, you guys know the difference between eclipses? Lunar eclipse and solar eclipse?
Lunar eclipse. Yeah.
Solar
It's
eclipse.
like a blocking of the sun, right? Or
Yeah, the solar eclipse is when the moon goes in front of the sun, and then the lunar eclipse, they tell you if the Earth's in between the sun and the moon at that time, and they say it's always a curved surface because the sun's shining on the Earth and causing a curved shadow on the moon. But like I said, the sun's round and it's right across from it. Would you be able to disprove it's actually the sun that's blocking out the moon during that lunar eclipse?
I couldn't prove it.
Couldn't prove either way.
Couldn't
No.
prove it.
Have to be up in space and see it for yourself. All right, I'll put one more point. Like you said, the sun's round, moon round, all that. You know what a logical fallacy is right now? Or can I give you an example of a logical fallacy?
No, never.
I'll give you an example. If we were at a tennis court and I threw a bunch of 15 tennis balls on the tennis court, would that turn the tennis court into a round ball?
No.
No. So just because you see circles in the sky, does that mean you guys are living on a ball?
No.
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 You guys have been a perfect interview. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.